We lost internet connection for a second, but we back. We're fine. What
I'm not
was the last
seeing
thing
this-
y'all heard?
Let me see. I'm not seeing us live on
Hold on.
Twitch.
Miss Dolly's having trouble connecting.
Okay, I think we're live on Twitch again, and I think we're live on YouTube also.
Yep. Honey, try to reload your browser. You did? Actually, now would be a great time to have a short break. Just so we can see if things are all set up.
DM, you gotta pick your DM kills on here. Wow.
Yeah, I've got to put a couple. Tonight's been interesting.
Not even tonight, last couple of nights.
It's okay, hun. But yeah, we'll take a 15-minute break, y'all. Okay? See y'all in 15 minutes, just so we know we have all the stuff, like, settled. If not, I'll put a message up. YouTube is back. Okay. BRB screen is gonna be put up. 15 minutes. Bye.
Bye.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you guys ready?
No.
Too bad.
Do I look like...
I have no idea what the quality of this fucking stream is. I don't give a crap if I'm, swearing and whatnot. But we found this island. I just made a realm for just me and my friends. So I got the official Cyan Tiger here with me.
Yeah, but boy.
I made her skin, if she'll hold still, to look like her icon. Sup. And my lovely wife, Red Lotus Blossom, wherever the hell she may be.
I'm on an island. I'm in the jungle.
Oh my god, you went off on your own? Honey, the sun's about to set.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, I need glass.
Glass? Windows? But yeah, we just started. We believe it or not, we found an actual mine shaft on this island. It doesn't look like an island, but it is. See over there how we just have like an archipelago going on, like a little area. Oh, there's the Serengeti or whatever it's called over there.
The Serengeti.
And in that direction, okay, believe it or not,
What?
Ignore me. Wait, what you doing? Don't waste that. Take this.
Having some almonds.
We found lava, so we made some buckets. Look at all the stuff we found already. It is disorganized as fuck. But we're trying to make some smooth stone. Exactly. Oh, and I already made a cat friend because there is a village over in this direction. I know I don't have it out far. I don't have a nice big gaming rig. So, there's that. But right now, we are working on building a big old fortress. Honey! Come home. It's about to become dark.
I got cocoa beans!
Okay, I'll make you some fucking cookies then. Oh shit, that's right. We haven't even started farming. We're gonna starve.
Yay!
Don't say yay! We've only been doing this for 5 freaking minutes and we've already known that we are doomed. We're doomed.
Let's head to the big white box in the sky.
You mean the sun?
Yeah.
Well, you better be heading in this direction.
Did I go to the wrong island?
No.
I don't know. Did you? It's nighttime almost. Oh, with
I'm
the
gonna
lovely
die.
moonrise. Yeah, you
We are
might.
gathered here today after this bridge.
Oh, I see it. I'm across.
To mourn the loss of Red Lotus Blossom, who has died. After
Oh my god, I see her. Well, if I look at an angle in the corner, I can see she's trying her best. Fam, she's past the roses. Fam, where the hell did you go? You gonna go fetch Steph? Don't. Wait, what happened?
I fell. in.
You mean you sank?
Yes.
Come on. You can do it.
Oh!
What? Just watching you struggle. Exactly, cat. I think I was gonna call you Butterscotch. Oh, Fam's all the way down there. She's probably playing in the waterfall. Hi, honey.
Hey.
There's monsters spawning.
I'm trying.
Yeah, but Blood Red Queen. In other words, Red Lotus Blossom. That also plays with us. Are you gonna take the waterfall up?
He's
Yeah.
technically the VA for Ash and
Yeah.
VA for Loki.
Hi.
And other good shit.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
one
can.
wall.
Walk
Actually,
towards the. Oh my God! She fucking died. I'm gonna wait for her to pop
You
up in her
know-
spot.
you know, should we
Hi.
I made it.
make this the spot where everyone wants to?
I made it.
Look at me after dying, appearing near her bed. I
Oops.
made it. Shit.
on.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can get your stuff. Oh man. Oh wow. You have apples. You have your items.
Sit.
God fucking damn it! Who keeps freaking falling? I'm trying to grab your stuff. And leave it underwater. Blub blub. Oh well, there's a drown down here. Bye. Oh, blah 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 blah. Oh honey, what was that about having one apple you'll survive? Where's your fucking apple?
That is some funny shit. Go thing.
Can we go to
What
bed?
you did say.
Can we go to bed? Let's all sleep. Stop trying to smack me with your apple. You're an apple. Grab your tongue and twist it and say apple. That's what you are. Wait, there are monsters nearby? I can't sleep. What the
Where?
fuck is nearby? Other than the cat. And other than...
Wait, how does one?
The
chicken
I
monster.
can fall
run?
asleep.
Yeah, you can. Oh, okay. You know what? I'll
That's
use your
all
bed
we
then.
need.
It walked away just enough. Good night.
Good night.
Cat. Oh wait, why did I go to sleep? I could have let the cat loose. Cats do something special when you sleep. Damn it. Okay, cats, when you sleep. Okay, actually we have our beds here. Shut up, alarm. I'm explaining something. Cats, when you sleep. Okay, for one, try to open the chest when the cat's on it.
Ah.
Don't you dare hit my fucking cat. I will fucking end you. Fam. I will fucking end your existence.
Alright, let's
Back
do
the
this.
Fuck up. No,
I got an apple.
By the way,
Don't
I
make me
think
use
this
it.
is yours. I think this is yours. I'm keeping
I want a
everything.
sword.
I'm
I
not-
need a sword.
Why do you need a sword?
Because I need it for things.
Oh my god. Fine, I'll make you a sword. Just leave my cat alone. Here you go, kitty. I'm gonna get you off of that. What the? No. Get cat. Get
I'll be right back.
Down. Good kitty. Now stay off the chest. I love you. I could give you fishets. Yeah. But not these ones because they're cooked. Hi!
Oh, hi!
Trying to sneak around. Okay, so are we gonna start? There was an Enderman over there, and excuse my dog making sounds. Speaking of which, we should probably... You know what? Cat, stay here. When it's nighttime, I'll unleash you from your perma-sit.
Oh!
So get away from my dog, Creeper! Wait. Here, kitty. Come here, kitty.
You cat like hell, no.
No. You don't understand. Watch.
Some blue glass.
Fam, look outside.
Some blue glass.
The creeper is trying to run from the cat. Creepers are scared of cats. Watch. Come here. He's trying to come towards me. And my cat walked away! Like an asshole! Oh my god! Fuck you! Not you!
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Okay, the cat was nearby, so it ran. Again. Wait, honey, be careful. Don't just... Ah! Cat, save us! Climbing into a tree. Kitty, you see, look, it ran. It ran from the... Ow. It ran from the cat.
Okay.
You just blew up part of our yard, asshole. Oh, God. Honey, did you die? Oh, wait, that's right.
Oh, by the way, I did some fun things for my own self.
Oot.
I got blue glass.
Oh, nice. So is this officially your window?
Well, I mean, I was
wait,
gonna
should
make
we-
stuff a window.
Should we, like, shut our base so no other monsters come in?
Actually, did you
We've
want a color
made no
window?
fucking progress. Maybe,
Hey, what do
but
you
I
mean
want
no progress?
no.
Nobody's over here
Okay,
telling me
I
that the cat
know.
get
You made your what?
the fuck off.
What, honey?
Get the
Oh, damn it. Okay. Sadly, dinner's almost done, so we're gonna have to end the stream already in a little bit. Fam, why the hell did you put glass up when this was our elevator?
We need another elevator.
Yes, we... Fine. Wait,
Over
but
here using my
seriously,
damn
though,
window and
you know what?
window
We need to
and
make a
damn
nice, cool one. Like, I don't have creative on or anything. Cat? Meow. Yeah, you will stay here. Oh, actually, fam, you want to see what happens when the cat goes on the bed? Well, if the cat wants to go on the bed... Come on, be cute. Go on the bed. Go sleep on the bed.
Oh shit.
Lay on the bed. Please.
Hey yo, there's an Enderman outside.
Hey, Enderman, what do you want? Where is he? Where's this bitch at? Get away from my house. Is that what you say? I'm sorry about the blender. Like, literally, dinner time, IRL. Is about to
Bam,
happen.
cat, yo!
What about the cat?
Not about the cat. There was a creeper.
Mm.
We got.
Oh God! I am about to die! Oh, hey, buddy! I didn't mean to smack you! I was blown by a creeper. How? Oh, it blew up part of our house! Fam! dumbass. Oh, just glide down to the safety of the water. Nothing bad can happen in water, right?
Cat said, nah, B.
Other than drowning. Ooh, my eyes
Should
have
I-
adjusted. That looks cool. What? What, fam? Could you fix our floor, please? Steph has no idea how close she came to dying. Hi. Did you destroy your windows?
Just so you can get in the house. I'll probably put it higher up.
Okay. Peeps and creeps. On that explosive. Ow! On that ankle-breaking note.
I have a question. What floor is this?
I thought it was gonna be the first floor. Oh, Junglewood. Oh god, even our equipment. It was so close to being destroyed.
At this point in time,
Peepsy.
everybody, Loki needs to provide our group of people up and this bitch some insurance.
Yeah. I was a dumb. I did a dumb thing, and I got dumb prizes.
Well, no, I said it was an enderman. I was coming
No.
to help you.
The
And
creeper.
there's a
Yeah, there's an
creeper.
enderman. The creeper.
Are you guys ready?
No.
Too bad.
Do I look like...
I have no idea what the quality of this fucking stream is. I don't give a crap if I'm, swearing and whatnot. But we found this island. I just made a realm for just me and my friends. So I got the official Cyan Tiger here with me.
Yeah, but boy.
I made her skin, if she'll hold still, to look like her icon. Sup. And my lovely
up.
wife, Red
Yep.
Lotus Blossom, wherever the hell she may be.
I'm on an island. I'm in the jungle.
Oh my
Welcome
god,
to
you
the
went off on
jungle.
your own? Honey, the
Yes.
sun's about to set.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, I need glass. Bro.
Glass? Windows?
I think so.
But yeah, we just
Hold on.
started, we believe it or not, we found an actual mine shaft on this island. It doesn't look like an island, but it is. See over there how we just have like an archipelago going on, like a little area.
Oh.
There's the Serengeti or whatever it's called over there.
The Serengeti.
And in that direction, okay, believe it or not,
What?
ignore me. Wait, what you doing? Don't waste that. Take this.
Having some almonds.
We found lava, so we made some buckets. Look at all the stuff we found already. It is disorganized as fuck. But we're trying to make some smooth stone. Exactly. Oh, and I already made a cat friend because there is a village over in this direction. I know I don't have it out far. I don't have a nice big gaming rig. So there's that. But right now, we are working on building a big old fortress. Honey!
Ah,
Come home. It's about to become dark.
I got cocoa beans.
Okay, I'll
Oh,
make you
no,
some
it's
fucking
my
cookies
fault.
then. Oh shit, that's right. We haven't even started farming. We're gonna starve.
stop
Yay!
together.
Don't
Say
say
that.
yay.
I got an apple. I can live.
Oh, for one fucking day. Yeah, we've already planted some like trees from the savannah from over there. So, oh my gosh, hold on.
Ah, fuck.
We've only been doing this for 5 freaking minutes, and we've already known that we are doomed. We're doomed.
Understood, boys.
Let's head to the big white box in the sky.
Wow.
You mean the sun?
Yeah.
Well, you better be heading in this direction.
Did I go to the wrong island?
No.
I don't know. Did you? It's nighttime almost. Oh,
I'm
with the
gonna
lovely
die.
moonrise. Yeah, you
We are
might.
gathered here today on after this
Oh, I see it. I'm across.
to mourn the loss of Red Lotus Blossom, who has died. Fuck each other.
Oh my god, I see her. Well, if I look at an angle in the corner, I can see she's trying her best. Fam, she's past the roses. Fam, where the hell did you go? You gonna go fetch Steph? Don't. Wait, what happened?
I fell.
You mean you sank?
Yes.
Come on. You can do it.
Oh!
What? Just watching you struggle. Exactly, cat. I think I was gonna call you Butterscotch. Oh, Fam's all the way down there. She's probably playing in the waterfall. Hi, honey.
Hey,
There's monsters spawning.
I'm trying.
Yeah, but Blood Red Queen. In other words, Red Lotus Blossom. That also plays with us. Are you gonna take the waterfall up?
She's
Yeah.
technically the VA for Ash. And the
Yeah.
VA for Loki.
Hi.
And other
I-
good shit.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
I
Yes,
have
you
one
can.
wall.
Walk
Actually,
towards the. Oh my God! She fucking died. I'm gonna wait for her to pop
You
up in her
know-
spot.
should we
Hi.
I made
not
it.
make this the spot where everyone wants to...
I made it.
Look at me after dying, appearing near her bed. I
Oh.
made it. Shit.
on.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can get your stuff. Oh man. Oh wow. You have apples. You have your
Nice.
items.
Sit!
God fucking damn it! Who keeps freaking falling? I'm trying to grab your stuff. Leave it underwater. Blub blub. Oh well, there's a drown down here. Bye. Oh, blah 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 blah. Oh honey, what was that about having one apple you'll survive? Where's your fucking apple?
That is some funny shit. No thing.
Can we go to
But you
bed?
did say.
Can we go to bed? Let's all sleep. Stop trying to smack me with your apple. You're an apple. Grab your tongue and twist it and say apple. That's what you are. Wait, there are monsters nearby? I can't sleep. What the
Where?
fuck is nearby? Other than the cat. And other than...
Wait, how does one...
The
pick
I
monster.
can fall asleep.
Yeah, you can. Oh, okay. You know what? I'll
That's
use your
all
bed
we
then.
need.
It walked away just enough. Good night.
Good night.
Cat. Oh wait, why did I go to sleep? I could have let the cat loose. Cats do something special when you sleep. Damn it. Okay, cats, when you sleep. Okay, actually we have our beds here. Shut up, alarm! I'm explaining something. Cats, when you sleep. Okay, for one, try to open the chest when the cat's on it.
Ah.
Don't you dare hit my fucking cat. I will fucking end you. Fam. I will fucking end your existence.
All right,
Back
let's
the
do this.
Fuck up. No,
I got an
seriously.
apple.
By the way,
Don't
I
make me
think
use
this
it.
is yours. I think this is yours. I'm
I
keeping
want a
everything.
sword.
I'm
I need a sword.
Why do you need a sword?
Because I need it for things.
Oh my god. Fine, I'll make you a sword. Just leave my cat alone. Here you go, kitty. I'm gonna get you off of that. What the? No, get cat. Get
I'll be right back.
down. Good kitty. Now stay off the chest. I love you. I could give you fishes. Yeah. But not these ones because they're cooked. Hi!
Oh, hi.
Trying to sneak around. Okay, so are we gonna start? There was an Enderman over there, and excuse my dog making sounds. Speaking of which, we should probably... You know what? Cat, stay here. When it's nighttime, I'll unleash you from your perma-sit.
Oh!
So get away from my dog, Creeper! Wait. Here, kitty. Come here, kitty.
You cat like hell no.
No. You don't understand. Watch.
Some blue glass.
Fam, look outside.
Some blue glass.
The creeper
What?
is trying to run from the cat. Creepers are scared of cats. Watch. Come here. He's trying to come towards me. And my cat walked away! Like an asshole! Oh my god! Fuck you! Not you!
Cough up that hairball, man.
We're back. Hi. We back. There's an enemy spotted. Boss. There. I'm putting it in. We are back, peeps and creeps. Sorry it took a little extra while. We had to do some technical stuff. So, hoy be back, says Drago. Let's do this. Okay. You guys got ready to like chat with the gal. The child was, taken by an officer to see if they can help find La Mama. And now, all of you are in here, and immediately, Diego is turning on the charm.
A little bit, just
Yes. Yeah.
un poquito.
Un poquito, yes. Sí. Alright, So what is that you need?
Well, as I was saying, in addition to the unfortunate situation with Michael, only occurred as we noticed him on the way here, but we are here for, and of course, the events earlier today were a coincidence, but we are meant to come here to discuss the events in the fire in the Camington Manor.
She, looks at you for a moment and searches, like, through a drawer and pulls out a file and looks at it. I see. Do you have any identification or anything that would be able to help with that?
He produces, he got his Pennington pass. He also has a roll
Also,
of
she
pedigree.
said, the roll of pedigree may help.
Mm-hmm. He's got like a scroll of pedigree, and I think he's not going to bother showing his signet ring. I think the scroll conveys the same concept.
She looks at the card too. What officer are you planning on speaking with?
Actually, I do not know if he is investigating this particular situation, but I may think it may draw the attention after what we have witnessed of Grimbus Darrow.
Whom?
I was told there is a detective Terrell here in Pennington who is investigating a series of murders.
Oh. Terrell. Are you sure? Did you say Ilgrim?
Let's see, I haven't written down as Grimbus Terrell.
Grimbus.
I'm gonna pull out
Okay.
and I've got like a letter of introduction to him. Yes, we were directed to come here. We have been traveling, and I'm certain you have heard of these terrible murders that have been occurring across the lands of late.
Definitely. Yes. It's hard to miss. But in connection to a fire. Give me a minute. She, clicks on the microphone again. Will Grimbus Terrell report to the front desk? Once again, will Grimbus Terrell please report to the front desk? And she shuts it off. Give it a minute.
Yes, the people of this station are quite lucky to be able to hear your lovely voice so clearly.
You flirting with her now?
Yeah.
roll persuasion.
Sure. Another 21.
All right.
Yeah, you're gonna score.
Stop. It's just a normal voice. She seems flustered. Do you say anything else?
Well, I'm certain some men may consider the light of the stars normal, but makes them no less beautiful.
She puts the folder in front of her face, looking at her. I'm sorry. Excuse me for a moment. And she turns around and adjusts some things. Yeah, you've got her flustered right now. She even snort laughed from her trying not to be flustered by the flirting. Well, you guys actually saw him not
Yeah, I think that's the first time
Yeah.
flirtation either didn't go to somebody who just didn't realize he was doing it, or where I just didn't roll really bad.
Yeah. Alright, after a moment, a figure wearing a dark trench coat and matching deerstalker's hat comes down the stairs and greets you. It's a man, dark slicked back hair, green scales halfway onto his pale face, with yellowish orange slitted snake eyes, human-looking mouth and flat nose. He's a Yuan-Ti. Extending a clawed and scaly hand, he greets you with a hiss, revealing his partially human fang smile and deeply heavy accent. Hello. It is a pleasure, Mr.
Of course, I am Diego Viola Arigiri. These are my companions. If you need a quick step, Lucime, Stonehearth, and Dali.
Hi. How's it going?
Good evening.
This is most unorthodox. The lady. Here, a couple of things. And she hands a file to him. He opens it up and looks at it. And from under his hat, you just see the eyes look at you guys. Follow me.
See.
And he goes up the stairwell.
It's and I just turn is until I see the light of the stars again.
My.
Get going.
And he sort of
Snort.
does like a little flourish as he just make sure he like sort of flourishes with his coat as he turns.
Oh God! You guys just saw him become a smooth criminal. There
Mhm.
you go. Alright, after being led up 2 flights of stairs and down a long hallway filled with chatting officers, pedestrians, and the likes of which, even like a little boy describing his mom to a couple of people, you come to a door labeled Special Victims Detective.
Mhm.
Inside, the office is relatively messy, with papers stacked high and scattered on the desk. A few bookshelves filled with files and boxes, filing cabinets halfway open, a messy and chaotic evidence board that goes off its edges and onto the wall, and a
It's
single
savage.
window lighting up the room. The detective sits down, moves some papers off his desk, and after a sigh, sits back in his chair and motions to you all. What brings you here to my humble office? He hisses politely to you.
Well, I do not wish to waste your time in case this is information that you have already discerned on your own. Are you aware of a particular scent at the crime scene?
Scent.
And looks to Dolly and sort of, "Eh, see, hey, Dolly, do you care to explain? We were at
Yeah.
the, or I think before he just says, like, we were at the, investigating the place where the woman, Anna Tremaine, was murdered, or where her body was left, at the very least."
I see. Do you present him with the paper that you have?
We probably should.
The paper of introduction?
Yeah, that was signed by the Reaver Guard.
Yeah, I sort of fast. Yes, of course, it was our investigation of this location that uh, drew us to you, and we were told to speak to you directly and pass him the introduction letter.
He looks at it, checks out the insignia, and opens it.
Mhm.
So you decided to investigate, did you?
I cannot stand by knowing that someone out there is harming senoritas.
A ladies' man it is, then.
Just sort of bows in acknowledgement of that.
He's like, of course.
He basically
He looks
said
it
a man
over.
of culture.
According to this, there is not much I can show you. He motions to his evidence board. Regardless of your blue blood, I can only give you what you already know, which is what I already know, which is pretty much nothing. There's a few connections to each victim, but more questions arise with new bodies being found.
Yes, well, we'll hopefully, what Dolly was able to detect, she is a druid capable of certain shape-shifting abilities. And you would do a better job of describing it, Dolly, I believe.
He extends, like, a scaly hand, out to greet you, Dolly. You're muted.
I take it and shake his hand.
Charmed. And,
Nice to.
the rest of you. My apologies. To the point.
That she can speak, or was he talking to somebody else?
Yeah, more or less, he was gonna ask the others their names as well, but he's just like, my apologies. I guess to the point.
I'm Fiji.
Yes, you
Listen,
are.
right?
Mhm.
Charm.
Nice to meet you, detective dude.
Detective Terrell, please.
You got it, dude.
He sighs a little bit. Dolly, were
Yes.
telling me all of this smell or scent or whatnot. He leans back in
Well,
his chair.
given into the crime scene, when I changed to an animal that could get scent more, I had an odd smell come from the place where the body was found. A smell of sulfur and lamp oil.
Sulfur. Lamp oil.
Nuts.
He sits back in his chair and thinks a little bit and just, brings up one of his, clawed fingers, to the, edge of his chin and just taps.
Mm.
Can I, while he's, can I scan like his sort of room here to see if he's included Bridget Camington amongst the victims?
Yeah, I'm gonna say roll an investigation.
Right. 23.
You're looking around, you do not see any mention of that from there, but you do see multiple pictures and everything else of victims that are on that evidence board.
DM.
Some are
I have
expected.
I have a very weird ask.
What?
Can I use Fiji's expertise in calligrapher's tools to see if there's like a repeating like word that's written down in these notes?
Hmm.
Like just like
Calligrapher's tools.
mm-hmm.
To see if you can just identify strokes just saying the same word over and over again.
Yeah, if I could find like a pattern that like that doesn't stick out yet.
Well, if you roll high enough, I'll tell you what you do see.
Okay.
While he's rolling, but like the victims there, do they all actually resemble the images of Bridget we'd seen?
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the women have dark hair, striking eyes, and, well, are young women. There's furbogs, dwarvish women, humans, half-elves, elves.
Mm.
There's... yeah, they're all very similar.
Mm.
In fact, from what you could see with the picture with Bridget, very similar.
Mm.
All right. Fiji looking over at his board, just checking the area out of what he's thinking, looking at the evidence board and stuff in the area. You seeing notes that were left. Just you notice, there's the usual young woman. That's obvious. You see dark hair, repeated. And another thing that you see repeated. Missing. But each time it's different. In regards to missing her tongue, missing her eyes.
Does it seem like he's putting someone together?
What was that?
Mhm.
Well, I couldn't help but notice in your notes. The girls were all missing something, right? A different body part.
Yes.
He trying to put something together.
He frowns at this and then he takes a second and stands up. Goes over and looks at some of his notes. Looks at one case, looks down at the other, and you guys actually see some of the brutal murder scenes.
Ugh.
I can't handle that pretty well.
Yeah, especially when you actually see the wide open, splayed, like, rib cage of the one young woman that was at Drycliff. They had to do an image of her.
Are these like illustrations or do photographs
Illustrations.
exist in this?
Photographs exist.
Okay.
Illustrations are usually used because they're faster these days. Photographs are expensive.
Yeah.
And some of them that are, present photograph-wise, they're pretty brutal in black and white.
Hmm.
Missing tongue. Why were you here for the Camington fire? That had nothing to do with this. I saw a note that you might be suspicious, but that is something that many people would be suspicious of. Young woman.
Oh, I can explain that. See, we were actually here to do a delivery, and we're guests of the Hughes estate, and I show him the bill of sale.
Alright.
Well, let me explain why we found her situation. Now, as we have said, there is a distinct scent of lamp oil that most people would miss, but fortunately, with Senorita on the other side, we were able to detect this seemingly lost scent. And if you'll excuse me, he's gonna. Again, he sort of like points his gauntlet and activates his tinkering again
Mm-hmm.
to sort of project this image onto like an empty spot on the desk, so to show him. And it's sort of like the way he creates it. It looks like a very like top-down view, like line drawing of the situation
Of
the,
the
of
body.
what we saw of Bridget Camington the night of, the way she was resting on top of the blankets instead of underneath them. The fact that she was the area around her was like tussled as though there was some sort of conflict, something had happened.
Rolled pretty well on my check, so I'm assisting Diego with like
Oh,
my
yeah.
own description. So
Sadly,
Yeah,
those of you who didn't actually get to see it are actually looking more at it now closely. He actually shoves some papers and stuff off of his desk so you can project it onto there.
As you
He
can,
like takes a piece of paper and lays it down.
is he like tracing the?
Yeah, he's going to be tracing, but at the same time too, he's like looking at it and he like kind of squints. You guys describe it to him. In fact, he's using his investigative skills right now too. You see his eyes slightly like squint, then open wide, and he takes out a pen
Mhm.
and quickly like traces the outline of her body and bed him. A struggle did take place. By the accordance of her body, with how she laid, she was being strangled.
I see.
And he like is looking over the edge. He's like writing him. How long can you keep that projection up?
It's I can make it permanent for now, but it's I
Keep it
we're
up.
gonna
I need
say
to look over some things. The
yes, I can
fire
leave
is.
this for the rest of the day if you need. But these, as you can see, the situation, and now I believe that her death was no mere accident, and combined with,
Yeah,
and he sort of gestures to,
you're saying this to, and he's like getting up, like looking at like the piece of paper, and he's like open the door, and he snaps his finger. You over here. I need to get a paper request for a morgue.
Mhm.
And he's like, keep talking. I'm listening.
Okay, so see. So we saw, of course, was unfortunately that Senorita Cummington clearly resembles uh, the other victims, and we, if we had not rushed into the fire as we did, although we were unable to rescue her, it seems she was dead before the fire began. And if we combine this information with the fact that we have found evidence of lamp oil at previous locations, it would implies that there is a lamp to be held. The fire, I believe, was a mistake. The killer had intent for other and was forced to leave her body behind, but we do not know because of the fire what he may have recovered from her.
He looks it over. And he writes something down, like you see him whisper something over to an officer that comes in that's like giving him a look and just do it. And he like takes a piece of paper from him. Honey, did you get disconnected again? Oh, sorry,
I
I just
did.
saw that
One
you're not in
moment.
game. Okay. So sorry we're having some internet issues tonight.
Actually, Dolly has something to say, though.
Go for it.
Her, um, I'm a little worried. We came across a lost child on our way here.
That's none of
And
my
we...
concern at the moment. I'm a part of this.
No, no, it's just we had him describe to his mother.
Pardon.
She has dark hair, and she's been gone for 4 days.
4.
She went to investigate a noise, is what he's told us.
At night.
Nods.
I think Diego has like a moment where
He
did
just
realize
realizes that.
he didn't make. He's all. He described his mother as having striking eyes.
Her name, that gives up, gives her her name.
Laura
First and
Whippoorwill.
last. Mm-hmm.
Whippoorwill. I'll have him look over some stuff, and hopefully the child is not the only remaining survivor. Actually, no. Hopefully the child is not only witness.
See if we can
He's
find his home, we could find others who he lives in an apartment. You see.
I will look up his information. You said lamp oil. Any other smells you said, Miss Dolly?
sulfur and lamp oil.
Sulfur. Sulfur. Wait.
Can
He
I
looks over.
try to rethink that, DM?
Oh, you're thinking about, like, sulfur itself?
Yeah, because I was. This is when she also had a headache too, and she
Mhm.
tried to figure it out, or exhausted. She was so freaking exhausted she couldn't think of it at the time.
Yeah, no
Is
problem.
there a way she could try to redo it?
You can try now that your
Okay.
character isn't exhausted with a migraine and you're getting this information, so go ahead and roll what you think you may need for this.
I want to try stone cutting since sulfur. I don't know if it would be considered a stone.
I mean, it crystallizes.
Stone form.
It crystallizes, yes.
Okay.
Think about it. Go ahead and roll. 11. You do know sulfur, like when it is crystallized, has some interesting effects. In fact, like you're thinking if you have a little more information, you may be able to piece something together with it.
I do relay what I think, like what you just told me.
When he mentioned Diego is an alchemist, could I do
You
an
can
alchemist
piece
supplies
it
check?
together to where both of you are thinking about this together. You mention that, and if you want, go ahead and mention
roll
that
my-
up. So more or less, you and her are technically helping each other with this. She brings it up to you while the detective's talking to Dolly.
All right, and we're just sort of like sulfur, yes. And should I just roll for alchemist supplies, or should I roll something else for this?
I'd say alchemist supplies,
All
since that's something that you'd have to like put together.
right. So with his knowledge of alchemy, he rolls a 25 on this.
Since she gave you new information
Mhm.
regarding the sulfur, and both of you, actually, since you're talking to Lucy May, so both of you would basically come to this conclusion at once because of Diego's role. Both of you would come to the conclusion, too, that to where if anything was like involved, like sulfur, there's only one type of sulfur that you know of that actually comes in more of a crystal form. Since you got over a 25, there's a sulfur that can cause almost straight up ignite. And it's usually of the infernal class type. So infernal sulfur is what would make things burn out of control.
It's like sulfur. There is sulfur of many different types, and He's sort of like looking at like his own like sort of golden tail nails and like his own tail, and he's like, an infernal nature is far more dangerous than the benign chemical that we may be finding. Of course, it is unstable to a certain degree, but not to this.
Yeah, what you're thinking of is infernal sulfuric crystals.
Mhm.
I didn't think that type of. I didn't think sulfur like that existed.
Not necessarily on this plane is the issue, but is that is why it is. But the scent of sulfur is said to follow a certain infernal beings. There are even tieflings who have a persistent sulfuric scent about them. I consider myself fortunate that I have not been uh, touched by this particular attribute.
Nah, you always try to smell nice.
Yeah, gracias. I take great pride in my. This is the
Oh, thank you. Oh, shit, no.
he. I think Diego has a thought, and he sort of waits for because I think he's getting information from Dolly right now.
Mm-hmm.
But once he's finished, he's like, Senor Tero, do you prefer detective?
Yes. What can
It-
I
it-
help you with?
Do you have? I understand that there is the body of Annette Romaine has been sent here for you to investigate. See?
I take it you got that information from the guard that sent you here.
See.
It's
And
supposed to be confidential, but apparently he wanted to get whatever nose you were poking yourself into out of his way, yes?
I was.
Mind goes
I
back
can
to
be.
baby farm.
I can be a rather persuasive individual when the need arises, and I wonder, was she able at all to defend herself against her attacker, even briefly?
We're looking into that more. In fact, I need to go and get the paperwork that I'm requesting. The information that you've given me. He's actually like taking the image that he traced down to like, paper. He's putting it on the wall even further off of the board and putting a couple of different notes up. We're having a conversation of talking about the smell of sulfur. Lamp oil usually can cause fires quickly. There's certain types we can look into and have the place investigated with what's left. From what you showed me, it's rather interesting. It looks like there was a struggle that took place, from what I am seeing. Strangulation, possibly, but more to that. The image that you showed me showed that she was quite possibly dismembered at some point on her body as well. She was lit on fire, but this does not match with most of the others because they were splayed for people to find. This one was meant to be hidden for some reason. I'm also going to be investigating the young one's mother's disappearance. I'll figure out what time she disappeared and where their apartment is. If I'm going to have you assisting me in this, then I'll contact you. You've already gathered information that I would not have been able to gather myself.
Of course it is. Do you think there is any chance that the boy's mother is alive?
We should hold out hope until this further notice. However, until further notice as well, the child is now going to be a ward of the police department. And under our protection, if so be the case. We will investigate the area as well as investigate the apartment. But also, I have sent out request form over to the ward. Well, I should say the morgue. My apologies. We're going to have to take her body even though her funeral is tomorrow.
Hmm.
No. Not tomorrow. The day after tomorrow. We're gonna have to ask permission from her father and her family, regardless of the warrant due to the circumstances, if we can have an autopsy performed on her corpse. It was usually open and shut, as they say. But with this information and the image that I ended up getting, her father shall receive disturbing news.
Um, Dan, real quick, did anyone mention to him about the maid? I think one of the maids that were in that house.
Oh, do you want to mention it?
We probably should,
Yeah,
because she could be in trouble.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that now because I didn't know. I just came back. I said BRB.
No, it's okay. You brought up something very important.
There
Mhm.
was someone we did rescue from Madame Bridget's house. There was, I think it was one of her maids. She was knocked unconscious due to the fire.
Oh, one of the
Yes,
survivors, the older woman, yes?
Oh
Was she
yes, we
older or
were
younger?
she well, she was greatly injured. We were unable to speak with her. She was traumatized, of course, but she may have witnessed whatever happened to Signoria.
She tried to get to the door, but it was locked.
Let's see. He looks in the file. Mrs. Arlett.
Right, right.
She is in the
Mrs.
company
Arlett.
of Harvey Cammington, the father. I will look into this as well. I'll put her down. And if she is a witness and is so happen to be in danger, I'm going to have to make sure that she is under our protection as well.
We
I thank
see.
you all for bringing all this to my attention. This has been difficult to work with all the evidence since it's so far spread. I am surprised at how fast that this killer is moving unless there are multiples. That was an idea that crossed my mind. And you two were talking about sulfuric crystals?
You're right. A sulfur of this nature is there is a variety of sulfurs that occur naturally, but I believe this seems to have properties that I would more associate with infernal sulfur.
Ah, experience for this one, yes?
I see. I think Diego's going to very suddenly he holds his uh gauntlet to his forehead and yanks the pull cord and gonna zap himself with guidance.
He
What
does
the
this a
hell
lot.
was that?
This is normal.
And I wonder if I could do an Arcana check to see if he can. He's has a lot of infernal history in his life that he's sort of looked into. So I was wondering if I do an Arcana check to see if he can recall if any of this triggers a specific type of devil or
You're rolling for
uh
Arcana for this?
yeah. He's just trying to remember if any of this sounds like a specific devil or a type of devil he's
That
heard
would be
of.
a religious roll.
Oh, that's religion. He's not as good at that, but he's
But he is intelligent.
he's an
You
intelligent
are.
guy.
You're smart.
All right, but yeah, all right. I'll do religion makes more sense to me, so I'll go ahead and roll religion.
You are
on it.
religious too.
He is religious, but he's not as he's not proficient in religion. But that's why he zapped himself. It's a 19.
Okay. You do know regarding all of this, usually occult and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
for devils would have
Mm-hmm.
more along that line.
Mm-hmm.
But with devils in particular, there are a couple that it could be
Mm-hmm.
related to, since the sulfuric crystals are very, very common in the infernal planes.
Mm-hmm.
And any of them could have anything to do with it. It is
Right.
a pretty high roll, but it is very vague, if that makes sense.
But Is it high enough to at least determine these are most likely devilish and not demonic?
Oh, yes, there's definitely enough to know that it is devilish rather than demonic.
Right.
You don't know if it's the Lords of the Nine themselves or followers, which is what they
Mm-hmm.
call the Archdevils.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I think he wouldn't even consider this being like an archdevil coming to.
well, yeah, like you think it might be a cult or anything else. Most of the time, it's not even an archdevil. It's usually people that do something in their name. But all of this seems almost ritualistic. That's all that you can get from this.
He's like, apologize. That is just a little wake up to myself, but I just trying to recall it all I could. This does seem uh, devilish in nature, and I feel confident in saying that it is not demonic. If you are familiar with the difference between the two,
Only
and,
slowly.
and enough at least to of the two sources of fiendish influence, we can at least eliminate one, and there is certainly, especially with the ritualistic nature of these, this seems. And this may require, I do not know if such research and such things has been documented. I certainly have not come across anything specific enough to narrow it down beyond that, but if you could keep an eye out for devilish creatures. It
Yourself
may,
included?
I should hope that, to my understanding, certain magics that detect fiends normally do not also detect tieflings. Our blood, although the appearance is quite dramatic, our blood is, for most purposes, humanoid.
Very well. I'll keep all of this in my notes. However, I'm going to have to call all of you back
See,
when it
we
comes to
are.
this. I must do investigations, but know this, even though that you're assisting me with information, you are not true detectives at this moment. There's only so much I could do without getting myself or you in trouble.
Of course, I understand. And actually, I think I might check my pocket watch. How much time do we have until the dinner we're expected to be at?
Well, it's about 4 p.m. at this point, and it takes a little while to get back.
It's like, see, I understand that this is a sensitive matter and difficult to involve civilians with, but I want to assure you that myself and my allies, we are quite capable investigators, apparently. And sort of smiles at Dolly when he says that. And
Well, you have your own personal bloodhound, I know that much. I will let you know if I find anything. May take a couple of days. Is this good?
yes, I expect we will still be here. We are. I am assisting with a very important matter in the Hughes estate. We have left our contact information with Katarina.
Oh, yes. That disgusting display.
He just sort of narrows his eyes at this guy.
Why must you
See,
flirt with the lady at the front desk in such a way? You come here on business, you leave trying to see if you can go about other business. She's not prostitute.
I would know. So, well, there would be no need for seduction when a prostitute is involved. See?
The pocket watch usually involves it, and your horns would be golden enough to lure any prostitute in, sir.
Oh well.
Although you might
I
wake
don't know
up
if
a
I should take
little
this as a
less heavy
compliment.
in the head.
Well, they would
No
be
wonder
sorely
you all get
disappointed.
over here and get mugged. Man didn't fall out of the tree, he was tossed by something. None of you big enough. She may be big enough. Point at Dolly. Everybody else, I have no idea. But I know that man did die due to accident, but sadly on another person's end. But when it comes to being wanted dead or alive with this person's case, there you go. They weren't worth much. But I know one of you killed that man. I ruled it out as an accident, though, because he deserved it.
Well, we were under attack, but
I
see,
heard that
it was
someone got shot.
He even shot his own friend. That was crazy.
that was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lucy, mate. Yeah.
But
Totally.
it's been. I feel the term pleasure is incorrect, but it has been an honor to be allowed to assist you in this manner, Detective Terrell, and I assure you, any help we can provide, I will be happy to end whatever. He sort of like glances over at all the crime scene
things.
photos and everything. Whatever this creature turns out to be, if I can help in any small way, please let us know.
I know your contact information, and if you are going to be here at the Hughes estate, I assume that you're at least going to be here before the international whatchamacallit at the castle.
I see we are preparing for that very event.
Well, then I know where to find you. And I'll contact Miss Hughes, if that's the case as well. It is rare for her brother to make appearances, especially without a chaperone in the park.
Yes, well, busy times, unfortunately, and but we were able to safely escort him away and prevent him from falling to these individuals. And I think Diego sort of realizing after this guy's comments on his horns that shit, those guys were trying to rob me specifically, weren't they?
Well, you were kind of wearing a shit ton of gold, on your person naturally. So, yeah, you're kind of look over here! Rob me! I have money!
He's just like, oh no, he shot his friend. That's so sad.
It's like, why would you do that to your friend? And why would you do that to me?
But yeah,
He
I
shakes
think-
your hand, honestly.
But yeah, Diego was definitely like prior to this. I thought, oh, they were going after him because he's a rich guy and also blind, and they knew that, and we're going like, shit, I lured them over to this guy.
You're like, oh fuck. But yeah, him. Well, I see that realization is going across your face. I think that is our cue to say good evening. Yes, I must get going. I have to meet partner at sandwich shop.
Nice, sandwiches rule.
Indeed, they do rule. My taste buds. I bid you all a good evening. Yes.
Buenos noches.
Have a good evening.
Have a good
Have
evening.
a good day.
See you later.
Ladies, gentlemen. He walks you guys all out of his office, locks his door, and heads down the hallway. Go down the same way you came up.
Easy. I think turn to look to his allies. Well, I do not know if we will be further involved in this matter, but I feel relieved, at least a bit, that we've been able to help this situation somewhat.
I
Yeah,
worry
you feel
for
that.
I worry for the child, though.
It cannot be his mother in this same situation. The chances of us, specifically being the people who find him to do this, it is. There would have to be some sort of force guiding us.
Cough.
Well, we are being followed. We are being followed by rock slides.
Hey.
So maybe don't rule out coincidence, because karma's weird sometimes.
Yeah.
Karma can be a
Fate
bitch.
moves in strange ways, I suppose.
You could almost say that it's a verdict.
He's just.
All you can do is just ride along with it.
Actually.
Yes.
Isn't our lovely guest young, striking eyes, and brown hair? Because I may be
Your
reading into
guest
something. Yeah,
or your
our honors.
hostess?
My
Our
host. My sorry.
hostess.
Our host. My bad. I'm sleepy. Don't blame.
No, no,
I'm blaming
you're
the character.
fine. You're talking about Miss Hughes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has dark hair and striking eyes.
Mm.
Alright, y'all. We may have to protect our host.
It's like we're not just being followed by rock slides.
I thought we were safe. I had
DM sneezes.
taken apart my alarm, and now I have to put it back together. It's see.
We might have to warn her to be safe too.
And
Should
at the
we?
very least, I believe who was it who recommended that we keep watch even while in the Hughes estate?
I did.
I believe you are quite wise in that suggestion.
Yeah.
We'll have to take turns like we have been. Maybe patrol the building we're in.
I would say we shouldn't go outside, especially us.
And at the very least, whoever is on patrol will have Chester with them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well, speaking of our lovely hostess, we should return in time for dinner. See?
Oh yes, I don't want
Yeah,
to.
we should all wash up and be fancy.
That I can agree to. But
So you guys are heading on your way.
Hmm.
I think is Katarina still at the desk when I'm making my
Yeah,
way out?
she is. She's at the desk and she's like typing away, looking as serious as she was when you first came in.
Mhm. And he's like, and just like, well, it seems that the issue that I had is perhaps not resolved, but things seem to be progressing well. Perhaps if I come by again, will I see you in the same location?
Maybe. Depends on what day I work.
Hmm. What is a good day to get a bite to eat?
Lunch, eh? Maybe. I'll check my calendar. Have a good day, Mr. Alagiri.
And buenos dias to you, Katarina. Sort of.
She like tries not to snort, like cover her face. Have a good night.
And sort of like does his like flourishing bow and heads out, and he's got like a pep in his step he probably hasn't had in a little while.
He's like, ah, yeah. Look at me go. And it's a tiefling lady too.
Ah.
All right, you guys head back over to your wagon,
Mm-hmm.
and luckily the traffic is being more guided
Mm-hmm.
at this time of day. You actually run into no issues on the way back over to the estate.
All right.
It takes a little while, but you guys do show up to where you can go and like get, just dressed up in your rooms. So we'll
Yeah, I think
assist with dragging you there.
Yeah, do some light grooming, because I know Diego's gonna monopolize the bathroom.
Diego would probably. Oh, I think he would ask the ladies if they need if they'd like to use the bathroom, the restroom first.
I think that was your room, wasn't it, Fiji?
I think
Your
so,
room
yeah.
and her room. But yeah, so all of you get like into your own respective rooms. Do any of you decide to take a bath before dinner?
If no, well, I think he's like, ladies, do you require the restroom at all, or
No.
the powder room?
No. You can use it if you want.
And of course, Lucy May, do you require such things? I do not wish to step in the path of a senorita.
Oh, but you know what? I kind of should. That that fighting earlier, that was a workout. So
Yeah, may as well get cleaned up, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so he sort of bows and offer, and he waits until Lucy May is finished because he is going to like spend as much time as possible getting cleaned up,
Yeah, like
preening
Fiji's over
and
here,
everything.
bleh, bleh,
Yeah.
like grooming. Dahlia is probably
Yeah.
over here brushing her hair and maybe cleaning off her face while
Yeah.
the overfilled otter takes a food coma nap on the bed.
I thought they said just to take a dump.
Oh no, she does a food yeah, Big takes a big steaming dump on your bed. She's mad.
Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah.
that food's got to go somewhere.
Right.
Oh, yeah, like she's like passes out. Squeaks in a twitch once in a while. Lucy May, you enjoy a nice luxurious bath. With
I thought I
jets.
could take. Oh god, she
You sit
she
back,
went
you
up
like
and-
touch a button and you're like, ah!
What the hell is this?
But yeah, it's nice. It's like a full body massage. You have a bit of the
tries-
surprise, but it's nice.
She tries not to take too long out of Diego. Once they get the back.
But man, it soothes your muscles. Yush. So
Yeah.
you get cleaned up, and you come back. Do you knock on Diego's door to allow him to go into the bathroom?
Yeah.
All right, Diego, same type as before. This time though, are you gonna try to roll for it again, or just go with it with the tub?
I think he pretty thoroughly investigated the last time he was in there because he's just fascinated by the technology that fueled it. But now that he's more or less been through like this whole day, now he's just like, I just need to get clean. I need to get looking nice. I got he assigns Chester to prepare his fine clothes to wear for dinner. And
Speaking of which, all of you who had any clothes that were sat out or put in drawers will notice when you get into your rooms, they're neatly folded on the bed and cleaned and pressed. There's a little note on each one of them that says, sorry for the intrusion, but I didn't want our guests going with dirty clothes. Mrs. Bonnet. So your clothes are actually all cleaned and pressed. She did laundry and stuff while you were gone. It's part of her duties.
All right, so in that case, I guess
Extra swanky.
Yeah. Okay, so he would have seen that before, so he wouldn't have worried about it.
In fact, there's a little like side note on the bottom of that. There's like, if you need anything cleaned, just hang it on the hanger that's on the back of the door. I will pick it up. Yeah, there's like one of those hanging hooks on the inner part of the door where you can hang up clothes. If you want anything cleaned, hang it up before you leave for the day, and it will be clean by the time you get back.
All right, so he's definitely remembering that, but
just in case. All right, you guys are all ready for dinner then? All right. Feel free to make your way to the living room. Yes?
Did I see where they had August?
You didn't go head over to his room, but all of you are basically in the hallway around at the same time.
And Diego looks very spiffy right now. He's not wearing his goggles. He's got like a really like sort of nice outfit to wear. Just trying to look presentable for as professional as possible for the situation.
Alright, so he's all cleaned up. Hair slicked back, everything. He smells like cologne. Alright.
Let's see. Make my way to sort of smiles at all his traveling companions and makes his way over to
Yeah, he
and
looks
Chester
really
is,
nice.
and Chester is left in the room.
Alright, Chester just drops down.
Yeah,
Honestly, you could even just have Chester keep an eye and stuff at night and have Chester go through the holes.
Mm-hmm.
And literally just be like...
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you guys are going in. You're going to be taking seats. The table's all nice and set up. All of you are ready for dinner. As you all make your way down into the dining room, you see the table has been made with an exquisite-looking roast, seasoned potatoes, buttered asparagus and green beans, a gravy boat, summer salad, and a selection of hearty chicken soup with a side of dinner rolls. So it is really done up tonight. Alright, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for Lucy May to get it. Lucy. Up. There we go. The dragon dropped you. Alright. The dinner looks amazing. I'm just gonna tell y'all right now. It looks delectable among a bunch of other things. In fact, you see that there is an additional guest seated at like the table. You see Mr. Fremont sitting at the table. He stands up as you all enter and lets out a jovial in this way. Ha ha! Well met! How are all of you? I take it the installations are going swimmingly.
See, we made excellent progress today, and I believe after getting the initial hurdle over, the remainder of the installation should proceed even faster.
He waits for the group to sit down, especially the ladies, and then resumes sitting. Alright, after, a moment or two, he's like, yes, this new model, you see, is one of the investments I've been doing. The design and everything, a little bit of the goldenish look was my idea. And he, starts just chattering on about it. He seems really, really interested in literally just the model.
I think Diego would actually he'd be able to keep up with him, and he's like, oh, see, of course, now, there is, gold itself is not a very stable, but a polished bronze and achieves a similar look, although there is some actual gold in the key locations where it will not be placed in any danger.
Yes, of course. I mean, I own 15 different models that were modeled there. I ended up paying this family to actually make quite a few of them. And he just sits and he's chatting with you about basically, if nobody interrupts him, he's gonna be chatting about how he's gonna gush about the models he owns, how he has had his hand in financing.
I think, and Diego, if he can keep up with most of them, most of the models. He's got criticisms on a few of them. The GP9, there is just such an obvious design flaw in the hindquarters, and I do not know how they have not known to get in, just sort of rambling like that for.
Yeah, so your group are just sitting there watching them have this. Essentially, these guys talking about car models.
Yeah, it is very, very much like listening just two guys talk about cars.
And Mrs. Bonnet makes her way in and nods, and all of you actually see after a few moments. Listening to Mr. Fremont, you see Hesper enter the room. She is wearing a green-blue walking dress with billowy arms and a matching ribbon tie on her collar. Good evening, Mr. Fremont. Everyone. She greets you all.
Good evening.
Mr. Fremont stands as she enters the room and only sits after she seats herself.
And Diego does the same.
Is Dolly confused at all? Is anybody confused on why the gentlemen stand when the lady enters the room and don't stand until she sits? You're muted, honey.
She saw it once, and then seeing it again, she stands with them.
Oh.
I'm supposed to do this.
Great as always to see you, Miss Rain. Mr. Fremont says with a smile as Mrs. Bonnet pours everyone's drinks. As Hesper takes a sip of wine, she stops and looks at the group. My brother won't be joining us this evening due to his fever. His previous escapade hasn't helped his health, in case anyone was wondering. She finishes her statement with another sip of wine.
But will he be okay? For now?
He's stable. Now,
Okay.
on to business. She says this with a slight glint of happiness in her voice. The Technologies United convention is growing ever closer. We need to make plans to help promote our new model. Suggestions? She looks to the members of the table awaiting a response. To advertise something.
Yeah, so, but of course, you see, I have often found that so that nothing else sells a product better than demonstration. There are so many problems with so many different models of Symount these days that you have to keep reminding myself that the TX2 deliberately he addresses. It has durability, it has reliability. If we could even show it in comparison to some of the others. Perhaps a display of some kind. A race, if it would be possible to set up such a large-scale display at...
Expensive, but we can try to think of something. What about you? Miss Dolly, correct?
Yes.
Suggestions. I'm gonna hear from each one of you.
To advertise what you're doing?
Yes. It's like, honestly, do like the race idea.
So you have to get information out quickly?
Relatively, yes. We have to the end of the month, remember? Before the convention starts. We gotta be able to draw attention to ourselves.
Oh. Well, I can't communicate with animals. What if I talk to some rats and they deliver some paper to everybody's houses?
You just hear her as she's taking a sip. What heavens, no, it wasn't the world? What kind of idea is that? You've got to give people the plague.
I think Dolly's onto something.
We should not
But
have with the rats. No.
But instead of a bunch of rats, you could have one cat.
What?
Yeah, Diego's like doing like the cut motion over his neck this whole until PG says one cat, and he's like, his hands at the ready just in case. But then again, everyone's ignoring him anyway.
Oh god! He's one cat. Is that what she said? Rather than
Yes.
all of the
Me.
rats in
I'm the cat.
You're a tabaxi, but carry on.
But what if we sent out a bunch of covert invitations for the demonstration? It'll give it an illusion of exclusivity, and everybody will feel really special with it, and it won't alert anybody who might want to steal your idea.
That might be unique. That's one suggestion we could possibly go with as well. What about you, Lusume? Miss Lusume? Girl, if you're talking, you're muted.
I hate my life.
It's okay. At least I let you know.
Well, shoot, I didn't know if we were gonna be sneaky or let the cats out the bag. No pun intended, Fiji.
That's fair. I don't want to be in the bag.
I don't think any cat does, darling. Anyways.
Yeah.
What about like a? I was thinking more like a grandiose like sign that you can see within, like maybe at like certain spots of town. I don't know what they are.
Billboards. We have a couple of them in town. We could probably see about getting this one lit up. Sounds like we're having quite the idea, because I want to try to have it to where we'll have A party on short notice, perhaps. Something brought together. As Mr. Alagieri has actually stated, a demonstration. I love that idea. Of course you do, Mr. Fremont. Anything that has to do with something related to a party, I know you are all over. He lifts up his drink and is now drinking his third glass of wine for the evening.
Well,
we
it
could
seems-
advertise with... How about a combination of things? Okay. She thinks for a moment of, listening to, everybody's, ideas. Interesting suggestions. She starts cutting into her, roast and everything. What if we do a billboard? But it points to something similar to what he's doing, because it sounds unique. And she, gestures over to, Fiji. My apologies, Miss Dolly, but I do not think that rats are a very good advertisement. If you said something like cute bunnies, maybe. Rats, no. To those of us within the society, that is a big no. Other animals, maybe.
Birds?
Birds, maybe. Perhaps the pigeons.
Ever
Something-
thought about dropping any information from the sky?
Well, if birds can do that without it causing blunt force trauma, then yes.
It's unfortunate. In my village, when we wanted to get a message out, we would do it by smoke.
That's interesting. Well, and of course the demonstration will be up to you as well, Mr. Alagili. I was
course,
thinking this weekend we'll do something to help promote possible investors as well as some other people that may be interested in it. However, we'll need to make a strategic setup. In fact, with a billboard, it'll be part of a clue setup. We'll have it set up in a festive way to where it'll be like a game to make it to the demonstration. And those who make it are worthy of seeing themselves as a possible investor.
It seems like a rather clever little advertising stratagem.
Oh, like putting a secret code in with any invitations or anything.
We can think of something. Make it simple enough. Remember, these are blue bloods, not scientists.
Okay, so for kids.
Pretty much. Make it frilly and anything else. Make them feel important. So, it's decided then. We'll start planning accordingly. Diego, how early can you work on the installation tomorrow?
I can begin working as early as possible. I believe today was unfortunately rather busy, but we are not expected. I should be able to dedicate even more time tomorrow to this installation of all the parts. If I'm able to work uninterrupted throughout the entire day, that I may be able to get it at least to the point that, unfortunately, there will be the need for at least half a day for a veterinarian to care for this amount. But
Of course. So tomorrow then we'll get a lot more done.
I believe so.
Good. The rest of you can start the day with assisting Mrs. Bonnet with anything she needs. Then, when noon rolls by, all of you can head out and get started on our plans. I'll give you all a list of the important people we need on board at lunch. Sound good?
I do have a
Sounds
question.
fun.
Yeah, what was your
Hold on.
question, Lucy May?
Where are we going to hold the demonstration?
Here. I have a large enough room. As well as the fact we have our barns in the back, as well as plenty of open land.
Oh.
We'll think of other ways to show this demonstration.
Oh, okay.
It's a plan, then. She lifts her wine glass to toast to the party.
Mhm.
May our endeavors yield fruit, she says with a smile.
May our endeavors bear fruit.
I like fruit.
She says this with a smile, and she takes a hearty sip of her wine. All of you are pretty much chatting throughout the entire dinner. She seems rather like like happy actually tonight. This is the first time you've actually seen her A for this long, and B act this loosey goosey. Okay. After all of you finish dinner, it's around 8:30 p.m. Everyone basically starts getting ready to like file out of the dining hall. Everybody's had some great drinks and some food. All of you are going to be, heading along. Have any of you drank any wine this evening?
I think Diego would have had one glass, but he's actually tends to.
I don't usually make you guys roll with one glass.
Yeah, actually.
Especially wine.
How persuasive is this guy I'm sitting with?
Oh man, this guy, he could drink you under the table if you let him. He's like, oh yeah, so like, I'll drink to that, sir. Tink.
Okay.
He's like, you say a comment about one of the actual Simons. Oh, I'll drink to that. Tink your glass again to do another. You might actually have to roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, on his own he wouldn't, but also Diego's polite enough that if this guy just like filled his glass, he'd feel obligated to drink it.
Oh yeah, and
So-
like he keeps like asking for more coming, and it's like Mrs. Bonnet by obligation would keep filling your glass.
Like, oh,
Would
he's like, just in case, like, oh, no more for me. I believe I've had it. Oh, you are feeling it again. Oh,
Yeah. Like, drink up, sir. This is the good night that we'll be having. Oh, yes. To our endeavors. May they yield fruit. Tink.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just politely trying to sip slowly, but he just keeps getting caught up in this guy's stuff.
Yeah, he's... You could tell this guy's a partier. Dolly,
Yeah.
would you drink anything? I can't hear you. Would you drink anything?
No, she just had water.
You're like, thank you. It's like, goes over to try to fill one glass. You're like, no. Miss Lucy May, would you drink a little tonight? I mean, it's wine. It goes great with the roast.
She would have been like sipping slowly, like.
Yeah, one glass. I will say this: if you have a single glass of wine, I'm not making you guys roll for a single glass. But if you drink more than one glass, it's different.
Yeah, about to say when she saw Miss Bonnet coming over the line, no, I'm good, thank you.
All right, Fiji.
Fiji does not drink, but he would act like he did.
Oh God, would he be like sip noises?
This is a tasty alcohol.
Okay, so I'm not gonna make you roll for that. They just think that your behavior's odd, but definitely you'd be drinking your water. Yeah, like, trust me when I say Mr. Houlihan Beard over there and Diego, and believe it or not, Miss Hesper would be drinking most of the alcohol tonight.
Yeah.
In fact,
Do a roll.
yeah, you do. You really do. Constitution roll, please.
All right,
Constitution
just straight
save.
con or Constitution save. Okay, I go
Mhm.
a little higher on that, but a 7.
You, good sir, are drunk.
Bastard.
You are plastered. You are plowed.
Damn.
You and
Uh,
Mr. Fremont are laughing. And how would he behave drunk?
He's just sort of like he has a tendency to ramble about things where he's just like he gets like into like really minute detail, like almost ignoring the rest of the conversation as he talks about like whatever he's like. I think he might be explaining how Chester works, even though he hasn't really shown them Chester yet, and he's like,
what did
the,
you
the major point is that the
You're tipsy.
potential energy that is in the coffee bean is not just the energy of the
Oh, I could use coffee.
fruit itself. The coffee,
What?
yes, coffee. The way
Yes.
the coffee works is that it's not a, the.
Wasted too, guys.
I think the more the
Yeah.
weirder thing though is that when Diego starts
You
to get too drunk,
talking about coffee?
Mm-hmm.
You're
the-
actually really tipsy. I checked the Constitution save. You are tipsy. Tipsy as hell. But still.
But the when Diego starts to get really drunk, the golden mage hand comes out on its own.
Alright,
and
you guys might
starts.
notice that. You guys see, like, the golden, like, drippy hands. Like, Mrs. Bonnet don't notice it. But you see it, like, reach over. Take a thing of silverware. And pull it up underneath the table. And you can't find it anymore.
And like Diego doesn't notice that it's there. He's just
Lucy
I'm
May,
just
you
like-
feel something creep up and one of your buttons is gone. She's like, oh, hell no!
mhm.
She got her. Unfortunately, y'all, y'all just see. Sorry. I've been freaking. I forgot.
She'd be freaking out. It's like, what's wrong with you?
Huh?
Like,
Would
you're
you
acting like you're
assume-
being groped or something. As if in this house.
I just saying giant to Dolly. Get into his room. Cause one of my buttons is gone. And I point to his hand.
Or you point to his hand, and like, of course, like I think Dolly would probably think you mean his actual hand.
Look at his hand.
But then, like, okay, Dolly, what's your passive?
Uh,
I'm pointing it out, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're, okay.
13.
You're pointing up underneath the table. It doesn't take much. You look up underneath the table, and Dolly, you see like another piece of silverware that's brought down. You see that dripping gold hand, and as it holds onto the silverware melts into the hand.
Can I slap the hand?
You slap it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it has almost a physical presence, like a plap. Almost like you just hit some cold, wet clay, but watery.
Mm-hmm.
Diego, you almost feel like a presence, like a force was interrupted, and you see that Dolly has slapped something under the table.
Diego, he's. Would he? I mean, is he too drunk to recognize what that
he's
sensation
tipsy.
is?
He's tipsy. He probably wouldn't know that sensation since nobody's actually touched the hand. But it's actually able to be touched.
Yeah, I think he's just looking at his own hand, trying to see like what that was.
But like Dolly, would you point it out to Mr. Tipsy Horns over there? Mr.
Be like-
Fremont is laughing. He's like standing up, stumbling a little, and you see like Miss Hughes. Oh no, hold on, old man. He's like, oh, I'm not an old man. I'm as sprite as a spring chicken. He is drunk. He's seriously drunk off.
Yeah, I tug on Diego and she's like, Diego,
Hey,
your golden hand thing. She points under the table.
you see, like he has this like very sobering look on his face, and like, I hate to be rude, but I feel I've had too much to drink, and it should be best for me to go. And he does like,
You'd see Miss Bonnet sit up. I think all of you have had enough. Come along, Miss Rain. You've let off steam. Now it's time to sleep. Hesper is giggling.
mhm,
I'm fine. I need to take my lady up, and she's helping her up. Fine. Good night, all of you.
mhm.
She calls out to the group as she's like taken upstairs, and she's like stumbling a little bit. My lady, company. Yes, I see them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And like, yeah, she drunk.
Yeah.
You actually see your hostess actually drunk. She's been incredibly proper this entire damn time, except for now.
Mhm.
Oh God.
Like, say to Lucy May,
Mhm.
maybe we should keep an eye on her, just in case.
By the way, Mr. Vermont puts on his top hat and like stumbles to the door. Sleep ye well, young Miss Ryan, and a good night to the rest of you, jolly topsy. He
Good
hollers,
night.
and he goes over.
Hey.
He opens the front door and yells out to his carriage driver, "Jennings, let's, shall we say, split back home. The missus is going to have my head if we arrive home any later." And he laughs jovially as Mrs. Bonnet comes back down and locks the door behind him. Have a good night.
I think once they're alone, Diego does like the really hard yanking motion with his right hand to sort of like pull the hand back into like it sort of like melds into his right hand, and he looks like legitimately panicked. He's like, "Did it do anything?"
Lucy me pointing at her brother.
It ate a lot of the silverware.
Yes, I should not have had so much to drink. Oh,
Does this happen often?
I normally have control of it enough to, and it starts leaking out again, and he just yanks it back in.
It's just so like you just see fingers like wet, like reaching up from his palm, reaching for the silverware.
He gets like every once in a while he has to just do this like hard yanking motion, and it just like pulls back, and he's like, this is why I do not drink normally. I apologize. I did not realize that it was rude to say no to him. This is a man. He's an investor. I thought maybe I could get him into, the Chester.
Dude, it's okay.
Yeah. You're okay though. You are more or less a little sober now, but you are tipsy.
I
you
should.
realize you're more sober than you thought you were. But
And once he gets to a point where like the hand isn't like starting to leak out on its own, it's finally like, hey, my family has a connection to the Archdevil Mammon, the Archdevil of Greed, and although his lingering influence is at times useful, it is selfish in its own way.
so literally, the hand has a mind of its own.
It ate silverware?
It took a button. I saw.
She has golden buttons, though.
I think Diego. I think he looks over at his people, everyone here, and everybody here has lived together for like. How long have we lived
Felt like
together?
6 months.
About 6 months.
Nearly 7 now.
You all have like helped him in this major like delivery and put your lives on hold for this, and he's like, my family owes a debt to Maman, and he collects in any way he can.
How big is the debt? Is there any way we can help?
If only you could, but this is not my secret to give. It is complicated. I do not wish to burden you all with this. I just wish to explain why the hand why it absorbs objects of value at times. I think we'd real quick check his own purse to make sure it didn't steal any of his money.
It was more or less focusing on the shinies that aren't in its possession tonight. So luckily, nothing was taken from anybody.
I think he might actually set the coin purse on the table, probably towards Lucy May again. He's like, until I sober up, I ask you to keep an eye on this.
Will Lucy May keep an eye on it for him? You might be muted.
Hey there, Lucy May.
Hello? Oh,
Ooh,
there we go.
technical issues.
Yeah. There you are.
I had to fix this before. They had 5,000 ping.
Oh
Well,
no.
that's different.
Did you hear what I had said?
No.
Diego, now that he's got like the hand kind of coming out on its own, he actually passes his coin purse to Lucy May and is like, I feel this until I am properly sobered up. I feel that this would be safer in your hands than in mine.
All right. I'll hold on to it until in the morning. Is that okay?
Sí, gracias. Again, I apologize to all of you for this. It is I will be
You
more
don't have
careful
to.
going forward.
You don't have to apologize.
Besides, that button was getting loose. I guess I have to get a new one.
Well, he's like, I do still have a. I mean, it's not on my person, but oh, I did not tell them about. Oh, he just like, oh, I forgot to mention the man we saw.
And you hear the door open.
Mhm.
Well, I think that's enough excitement for one night. I trust you all can find your way to your rooms.
Yeah.
See,
Yep.
She asks this and she holds back a yawn. Ugh. Well met. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good
Worry not, the place is locked up tight and she is tucked safely in bed. My apologies from Miss Rain. She's needed to let off steam after such a hard week.
I don't blame her on that one.
No, it is. No explanation is needed. She has had a terrible tragedy.
Indeed. At least you guys brought her some comfort with her business ventures. Have a good evening.
Buenas noches. Senor upon it.
Alright, everybody, off to bed. I need to put these away for the kitchen.
And I think as we're sort of like, if we are attempting to keep watch for the night, I will send out Chester.
Keep watch.
Whatever.
No, I've locked the place up. You must rest. You look like you're getting ready to be within a state that Miss Rain was in.
Like, considering the events of the previous night, I feel there may be some need for at least some caution.
Well, if one of you chooses to stay up, it is not my business, but know that you are safe here. Have a good evening, all. And she takes the plates and heads off into the kitchen.
Good night, Miss Bonnet.
Good night, young Fiji.
It's like as soon as she's gone, it's like, okay, but seriously, we do need to keep an eye out. This is.
He's like, oh, seriously, we need to. So, what would the group suggestion be for if anybody takes a watch?
I feel I may need to sleep a little later, so I will take the final watch if it is needed.
I'm actually feeling pretty spry, so I'll take first watch, with Chester, if you guys want to rest up first.
Alright, who takes second watch?
I can take the second.
Alright. And
You
I
gonna be
think
okay for the third, Diego?
Let's see, if I am needed, let me know. Well, I think
Dolly
Diego
said
had
she
to.
will take the third watch. She stepped away for a second.
All right.
Oh,
So I think Diego's gonna head to his room to sort of just because he left Chester there, so he's just going to send Chester out, tell him to, he's like, all right, Chester, go keep watch with Fiji, and when he is finished, keep a watch with Lucy May, and when she is finished, keep a watch with a Dolly. Understood?
Just like looks up at you, one fist up. Ooh.
Very good. And just let's.
No lie though, even though it was a little awkward for you, it kind of felt good to let loose a little bit, I think, Diego.
Yeah, he just.
Troubling with the outcome, but still, it probably was nice just to talk to fellow,
Yeah, it's
interest.
nice to talk to someone who can actually keep up with like his knowledge of this kind of thing. I think he does spend a moment where he's like summons the hand and just forces it to like float in front of his face. He's just like,
see it.
and he just sort of looks at it and he's like, not here. This is not my treasure to give. And dispels it and tries to get some sleep.
You dispel it, and it takes a moment to even react to the dispel. And as it dispels, it points a finger at you, Diego. And then ominously melts into itself.
He just kind of sighs and tries to get some sleep.
Alright. The rest of you are heading to your rooms, and Fiji is going to be up for the first watch. Alrighty. So y'all are in your rooms? Fiji, are you just sitting up in your room keeping watch?
I'm gonna, try to stealthily walk around,
Alright.
Don't disturb anybody, but just kind of keep a perimeter and explore a little bit.
Alright. And we will do that next time. Peeps and creeps, this is where we are ending off for the evening. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed tonight. No battle happened. You guys actually avoided that narrowly, believe it or not.
Oh, there was a potential battle at some point?
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess
City. It's a city.
that's right. It is a city.
People could have thought we were kidnapping that kid. Like, hey, why are you taking that baby?
The baby that you're confusing with big words. But yes, peeps and creeps, we are ending it up for the night. And I will say this. You guys have a happy new year. We'll see y'all next year. Yes, I said it. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.